Hey everybody, my name's Laurie Brooks and I wrote the wrestling season, and I'm delighted to be here today with Brianna to answer a few questions about the play.
So Laurie, what gave you the idea to write the wrestling season?
Well, I did quite a bit of work when I lived in New York with the Commission on Human Rights, and basically they hired me to write, to create a day using drama that would involve high school students in issues of human rights and intolerance. So that experience really inspired me to write a play that that would have an interactive experience built in, where young people could share their opinions and ideas about the characters and their actions in the play.
Why do you think it's still an important story for young people to experience today?
Well, I think hatred and intolerance isn't very much different now than it was when I wrote the play. We just have additional delivery systems, and so I really wanted to write a play that would deal with those issues, and a play that would be ongoing. Because when you get down to the heart of the basics of human nature, I don't care what age you are, those things never really change.
Are there any changes being made to make it relate even more to teenagers today?
Yes, actually, and we're very excited about that. There is a new cyberbullying event that's been written into the play, and it's issues about it are going to be brought up in the interactive forum, so that everyone in the audience will have the opportunity to talk about how they feel about cyberbullying and what it's all about. It's my sense that you can't tell people not to be cruel to others. It just, it never works. People don't like to be told what to do, but my thought is that if you ask people what they think is right, they're going to have a strong opinion about the way to be. And my feeling is that it's kind of in your hands, the future of how young people treat each other. I'm confident, and I feel pretty darn good that you're the ones to solve this problem.
The overall metaphor for the play is a wrestling match.
Right.
Why did you choose that metaphor?
Right. When I was working on the theater for the Human Rights Commission, I met a young man who was both a theater geek and a wrestler, and he told me that he, among other wrestlers, had been accused, or there were rumors flying around that he and other members of the team were gay, and he said, they don't even know me, so how could they make that assumption? So he invited me to come to a wrestling match, and I went. And as I watched the action, which is very physical, very much one-on-one, and rough, very rough, kind of like MMA, if any of you watched that. The same kind of intimacy, if you will. So I thought, oh, this is absolutely perfect in terms of setting the scene for the struggle that is being in high school, no matter what your sexual orientation. The idea that there's so much to figure out and so much to navigate.
One of the characters in the play is a referee. How does that referee function theatrically?
Right. The referee is the only adult in the play by design, and he actually has very little power, because I wanted all the power to be in the hands of the young people in the play. But what he does is he makes the hand signals and says the words that indicate the rules of wrestling, and they're integrated right into the play. And he also helps us transition from scene to scene.
This play is written in a style that is highly physical and theatrical. Why is it important for you to explore the issues of rumors, bullying, and violence in a maybe more unrealistic style of storytelling?
Right. Well, I wouldn't say that the play is in any way unrealistic. However, it does employ theatrical metaphor, and we do. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but let me just say this: that I think the play will ring very true for you. I can't tell you how many young people I've had come up to me and say, "Oh, how did you know? How did you write me in your play?" And my answer to that is always, "Well, I listen." I wrote this play when my daughters were teenagers, and our house was a central location for hanging out, so I talk to young people. I spend a lot of time talking to them, and I listen to what they say. So I guess in a sense you could say that they wrote this play.
The characters in the play often say, "You think you know me, but you don't." Where did you get the idea for that phrase, and why do you think it reflects how teens feel?
I have a very good friend who is a forensic psychologist, and his specialty is teenagers, and he counsels hundreds of them. So I asked him, I said, what is the attitude or the thing that young people say to you most often that is sort of a defining thing that you hear over and over? And he said to me, "Oh, that's easy." He said, they say, you think you know me, but you don't really know who I am at all, in a kind of a challenging way. And I thought, well, that's just perfect. So I just shortened it to, "You think you know me, but you don't." And it really feels like the perfect mantra for a play that has to do with rumors and innuendo. So it's sort of shot through the play. So that's it. And I hope you enjoyed these comments. If you would like to write me any of your thoughts, I love to hear from people who have seen my plays, especially this one. And you can reach me through my website, which is just, lauriebrooks.com. It'll come right up. And I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you enjoy the play at my favorite theater, the Coterie. Thanks a lot.